Time now for us to do the news. In our first story, the President, Akufo-Addo, is urging West African heads of state to adopt a homegrown policy to address the coronavirus pandemic. The President on Thursday joined colleague West African heads of state for a virtual ECOWAS extraordinary summit on the coronavirus pandemic and its spread in the sub-region. Commending President Mahamudu Issoufou of Niger, who is the ECOWAS chairperson, for calling the summit. President Akufo-Addo told the Assembly that the Ghanaian response to the pandemic is based on 4 principles. These include the Ghana approach, which is mobilizing the social forces of the country, including religious, scientific, academic, political, and civil society, to deal with the threats of coronavirus.
The Ghanaian response has been based on 4 principles. Firstly, an all-Ghana approach, because we recognize that this is not a disease, a threat that can be dealt with only by government. We need to mobilize all the social forces in our country to be able to do so. We're calling upon religious, traditional, academic, scientific, political, and civil societies all to come together in an all-Ghana approach to deal with the threat. Secondly, that we are led and informed at all times by science and by the data that we are able to assemble. We're also learning from the experiences of governments that are of countries and governments that are further down the road in responding to the pandemic. And then finally, we think that it's also an opportunity for us to continue to push ahead with our Ghana Beyond Aid agenda. I think it is very, very important that we tailor a specifically Ghanaian African response to the handling of this pandemic and not necessarily copy blindly the methods and that are being adopted in countries to the north of us and elsewhere. For instance, our scientists are very engaged in pushing forward the African vaccine manufacturing initiative. Indeed, there's a Ghanaian scientist is the chair of the board of those who are promoting it. We want to get to the possibility that we can produce a peculiarly African vaccine to deal with the problem, because the mutation of the virus in the various parts of the world is different. So we need to have our own way of responding to it. I share very strongly the views of President Ouattara when he says that we must continue to pursue vigorously our regional agenda. And I'm also very happy to hear that the Convergence Council is going to meet very soon to see where we are in terms of the developments that have taken place and the impact they have on our goals of monetary union and the rest.